Hello, my beautiful Aries. Oh my goodness, I've missed you guys so much. And happy October to all of you. Happy fall. Those of you who've been following me for a long time from the beginning, you know that this is my favorite time of the year. September going into October, November, fall, pumpkins. This is my favorite time. So I'm all decked out. I'm all ready. I've been waiting for this since I took down the pumpkins last year. Okay. Um, so now let's get started with your reading. So the first half will generally be about you. Second half will be about your soulmate, whoever you're thinking of. But I'm the type of reader. I'm purely intuitive. I go with what I feel over anything, and the reading can really go in any direction. But I do try to stick to a sort of format if I can. Now, keep in mind, for something tailored for your specific situation, you will need a private reading. And I do offer live one-on-one readings, which is what most people tend to pick. And I also offer pre-recorded readings, okay, where you get a private video link to your inbox, and you can kind of watch it when you please and share it with whoever you want to. Now let's get started here. Um, we're starting off with the Two of Swords. Okay. This feels like maybe it doesn't have to do with love, just starting this off. This reading feels like it's for someone who is either involved with somebody right now or is currently dating. This doesn't feel like a breakup situation right here. This more feels like maybe an ongoing relationship that's already established. So like maybe you're a couple, you're married, or you're dating, okay? But there is an energy, though, for someone out there. I kind of feel like this doesn't have to do with love, though. It just feels like a general energy of kind of like, I'm not quite sure which direction my life is heading right now. I kind of feel like I'm just going along, kind of listening to my intuition, listening to my logic, or using my logic in conjunction with my intuition. But it also kind of feels like right now your life may be, I don't want to say a crossroad because that's too cliche. It's not really a crossroads. It's more like, okay, I've made it this far. Now what? Now what? Some of you may also be having some financial, I don't know if I want to say instability. It feels like maybe just a rough patch. That I feel like there's almost this energy coming through of, okay, shit, I made it. I made it through, this month, last month. But, I'm going to need to, do something, or something's going to need to happen for me to kind of stabilize myself out again. There's more this energy of, I feel, of course, always listen to your intuition. But there is this energy, though, of kind of open your eyes, and I'm feeling this more. Do what you need to do. There's this energy of wasteful spending. Avoid any of that. And I'm hearing this. Kind of leave nothing up to chance. There's this energy of, okay, maybe, you were able to be a little lax before. If this situation applies to you. There is more this energy, though, of tangible. I'm hearing more like tangible, not maybe, or in your head or in your emotions or thought. It's more like do what you have to do. But there is this energy, though, more of kind of watch what you spend, or also because now I feel like I'm kind of, it feels like I don't know if I'm going on like hiking trips or little mini vacations. There's almost this energy of like a little too much dilly dallying. And you may need to kind of hunker down, but because it more feels like with money kind of going out the door. So if that applies to you, there's more this energy of like get a plan and stick to it. And I keep hearing this for some reason, like, no, don't leave it up to chance. No, no, no. Do something. Something has to be done. Now, in terms of love, now, there's this energy. It's funny. Wait, before I move on. There was a card that stuck out when I was kind of messing around with the decks, getting ready to do your reading. From the Archangel Michael deck, and it fell out before I started the reading, and it's still sitting over there. But it fell out upside down, this spend more time outdoors. That is making me feel very much like, and it's not to say that, don't do your self-care, don't do your rituals or whatever. But it's almost this energy of like, okay, now's maybe not the best time for leisure or self-care. Maybe there's another time for that. There may be things that you need to take care of, or you're maybe being nudged to take care of. And then there will be another time for that. I just heard, face it, don't avoid it. Now may be like a good time to do what you have to do. What you have to do. Then you can do what you'd like to do. Okay, so take that as it resonates for your situation. Now, there's also an energy now. This feels like more... Okay. Somebody around you, I don't know if this more doesn't... It feels like I want to get into the love portion, but there's another energy coming out. Somebody around either you, or maybe there is just somebody that you know, or it could even be affecting you, seems to be very bad with money. And this energy is coming through like a little irresponsible, reckless, kind of like, oh, if the bill doesn't get paid, oh, well, I'm sure a solution will pop up. Or, oh, I'm sure that, rather than, I don't know, like going out and getting a job or doing what needs to be done or kind of cutting the costs, whatever. There's like an energy of someone who is very frivolous. And this feels like, whether you're dealing with an Aries for cross-watchers that is like this, or whether you're actually dealing with this, with a person around you, there's kind of a call here to not be reckless, or to watch, even like beware of reckless energies around you, okay, when it comes to, because I keep feeling like I'm just spending money, or like, I'm avoiding doing this, doing that. Oh, and it's like this attitude of kind of like when you're a kid almost, and oh, well, mom or dad or grandma, grandpa will end up helping me pay the bill. But it feels almost more like this is someone who should not be doing that, if that makes sense. I don't know if there's like a child in the picture, a literal child. It just feels though like a kind of irresponsible, reckless energy. Be very careful with this and don't let that rub off on you. There's a call to rein it in, or kind of rein yourself in from these people. Okay? If this is something around you, maybe someone's dealing with a partner who's like this. That's kind of like, I don't know, just thinks money grows off trees. Or, because it more feels like this is someone who spends more than they make. Okay? or even someone who's kind of like living off of another person and they really don't understand where money comes from, or kind of they don't appreciate, I don't know, like the value. I'm seeing almost like 250. It's almost like I'm seeing bills in my head for, I don't know, like food or services, this, that. It just feels like if this is someone around you and you're, first off, if you're letting it happen, rein this in. This is kind of a tricky energy. This is not someone who, because it almost feels like they don't make the money that they're spending. Okay? And whether they're spending your money or somebody else's, this is kind of a reckless energy that you don't want to be a part of. Or allow really to destabilize your life. So just beware of that energy around you. Now, let me get into the love portion now, because there's an energy coming around now of, I feel like I'm kind of dating. Okay, I feel like I'm just kind of going where life takes me, and I also feel like there's this energy of no past people. I don't think this portion of the reading is intended for someone who's like waiting on somebody, okay, where there's any like hurt. It's more like, hey, you're done with the past, you're moved on, you're looking for new person. And I feel like there's maybe been a couple of people who you've been dating. Now, the Queen of Cups is here. And I feel like I'm hearing this. Whatever happened in the past with people, with whatever guy or gal you were with, I think you learned some lessons. And there's this energy of, okay, I kind of feel like maybe I was being too understanding or too loving or too this. And I'm hearing it more not as loving, it's more like understanding or like a little lackadaisical on things. You're not doing that anymore. There's more this energy of like, you need to be this. It's almost like, do you want a relationship or not? There's very much this energy coming through. And I think that's a very wise place to be when it comes to love. Your standards are coming out as very high. But what it does feel like is that Queen of Cups is nudging you to maintain such standards. Love relationships, those are one of those things that we can sort of choose. And I feel like you're in this place of like testing people out. There's been a few floating around, and you're just looking for that right one. But I don't feel you're committed to anybody right now. You're like testing the waters with people. Now let me see anything else. Let me see. So, the Seven of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. You're looking, someone out there, okay. You are looking to be either a husband or a wife. Okay? I don't think you're looking for like any like bullshit relationships. Just physical, the butterflies, of course there need to be some butterflies, right? Of course. But you're more looking for, I think, a partner now, or a life partner. Somebody who you can kind of make a home with. There is an energy more of like wife or husband level treatment coming through here. And for that to occur, there's this energy of being ruthless coming out, but it's not necessarily aggressive. It's more like I'm hearing this, don't give up, but also don't give in. when it comes to certain things. And I feel like, especially with the Seven of Swords, this is like an energy of, okay, like, let's say you're dealing with somebody who maybe is just broken up, okay, from an ex within a few months. There's a situation like this coming through. You need to make damn well sure that this person is over it to an extent, okay, where the emotions have been somewhat healed. Those trust issues, are managed, to a certain extent. That there's a major energy of that coming through, but more for you to not overlook that in a person. You can be patient, but don't be foolish. There's almost this energy coming through. If you need to fight for it after, and I'm gonna say it like this: after a certain amount of time, if you have to fight for it, they're not the one for you. They're not relationship material. They're not ready. And I think this is something that you are actively doing, and it's really like it's strong energy. There's the Hierophant. Yeah, there's an energy of, I feel for you right now, there's this energy of being like unyielding, uncompromising when it comes to certain things. And maybe it's something as simple as, do you want an actual relationship with me, or do you want something more casual? Maybe, there's an energy coming through of, I'm seeing like lists, or maybe you're being guided to do this. Make a list of kind of deal breakers, okay? You know what I actually feel more is more the deal breakers, okay? Like the hard limit or the no, the deal breaker. What are your deal breakers? Now, maybe some of you are looking for something casual. That's up to you. I feel though this is more for someone who's looking for marriage type thing, okay? Or a more intertwined partnership, more of a commitment. And for that to occur, I feel there's this energy of get the deal breakers down. So the most obvious would be, again, do you want a relationship with me? Let's say it's, okay, so there's number one. Number two would be, maybe this is another thing. Do you want kids or not? Do you want to move in together one day and get a house or an apartment together? Do we want to live together? These are things that I feel you need to get out of the way sooner rather than later. And if you get a no to anything that's on your kind of deal breaker list, you're being guided to confront it. But also, if it's a no, or you're going to get a vague answer, snip, move on. That's what I feel. And I think there's an energy coming through. It's almost like if there's the Hermit. I almost felt like it's, should you uphold these standards, it's almost like it may take you a little while longer, but there is an energy here of it is wiser, which is the Hermit, wiser. This is Virgo energy. It is wiser to stay single than to get into a meaningless relationship with somebody. It's a waste of time, because you could be meeting somebody else rather than waiting for somebody else to get their shit together. I also just heard this, even if somebody is not, let's say, financially where they want to be, okay? They can still be in a relationship with you, be there for you. Maybe this is like, maybe somebody is trying to get a better job. What I feel is almost like, if they're paying their rent, they're doing their thing, they are showing you, or showing the world in a way that they're a responsible individual, you know? And that's kind of what I feel like. There are certain things, if somebody wants to be in a relationship or, you know, offer that emotional connection with you, that they will do that. I keep hearing, like, I just heard this: money is not an excuse, or money isn't a reason. The purposes of this reading. Also, I just feel like, oh, I work so much and blah, 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 blah. Like, okay, even that, it's an energy of write them off. Okay, well, you go work then. You're not ready for a relationship. Can't cultivate a friendship. First, you got to cultivate a friendship. But even friends make time for each other, even when they're busy. There's the Justice card. There is an energy. Some of you may be dealing with someone who did recently get divorced. There is an energy of like a legal proceeding or a possible legal proceeding going through, either for yourself or somebody else. What it feels like now, that actually feels like a valid reason. I want to say maybe to be somewhat patient with them in terms of maybe their emotional presence. Because what it feels like is it's very stressful. And there is an energy too, like you may have some insight into it. I do feel though there's something about, oh, there's the victory card. It feels like the victory there would be the situation balancing out. And what I do feel though, just clap. There's the devil. There's an energy of now. It is a valid reason maybe to be a little patient, or like, okay, I can deal with that. I understand it. But with the devil being there, it's more an energy of, I want to say, like, it can become an invalid reason. If they don't treat you in a certain way, if they're emotionally closed off, if they're not talking about things, they're not trusting you, they're not, doing what they need to do, if it's a damn relationship they want, you know what? Then, you know what? You go deal with it because you're not ready. But I want to say, like, if you're being treated in a certain way, and maybe that's what's, okay, maybe it's like an energy of, okay, well, I can't really move in until, or I can't move things forward until this legal shit is sorted out. That feels okay. But it's more an energy of, are you being included? Is there a partnership forming? Are they making you a part of their life? There is an energy coming through now of somebody with a kind of, you may be getting involved with someone who has like a malicious ex. Okay, so this may be a divorce. This could just be a normal situation where, maybe there's even like somebody with kids. Okay, maybe that, whether they're married or not, or it does feel though like some legal situation. So there may even be children involved with like child support. There's something coming through like that, but it more feels like a bit of a malicious ex. Okay, like somebody who is pushing the boundaries a little bit and playing a lot of legal games. let me look into that. This feels like what wants to come out. Please, dear angels, dear God, dear universe, what's going on with this soulmate of Aries? Dealing with the legal. All right, the Five of Cups. Okay, this person is definitely down in the dumps. It honestly feels more like a divorcee to me. But of course, there could be children involved in this mix. Two of Swords again. Now, how interesting you both came out with this Two of Swords energy. This actually more feels like what their situation is. This more feels like the other person involved who's causing this person trouble. It's a nasty energy. There's like an energy of either a crazy baby mom or crazy baby dad who's kind of making like they're very reckless, very careless. There's this energy of I don't think they're playing fair. They're not playing fair at all. It's kind of like abusing the legal system, abusing this, just like someone who's, even if there are children involved, it feels like somebody who's co-parenting, but like making it hell unnecessarily. There's the King of Swords and the Five of Swords. Oh, okay. It feels like your person is trying to kind of move on and start a new life, okay? But somebody is very angry and bitter and jealous of that. It's like they don't want to see it happen. Your person is coming out as like almost needing to be a little defensive right now, because it does feel like they are getting attacked and manipulated. Okay, by a very angry partner. Okay, the Magician is here. I feel kind of really gross energy coming from whoever that is. It's kind of like, okay, your relationship, all right, unfortunately, it's over. And what it feels like is, why don't you just kind of move on and look for something else? Why are you trying to make this other person's life these kinds of things do bounce back. It's almost like, mind your business. Go move on. Go find another boyfriend or girlfriend yourself. Why are you trying to make... They just feel like they have, like, this is their life's part, like they have nothing better to do. See, there's this energy of carelessness coming through. Carelessness, but purposeful. And your person seems to be dealing with it. It's like, oh, I didn't know. Oh, I guess you're going to need to cancel your plans and go take care of your kids. Or, I guess you're going to need to, do this. Oh, or maybe like when something, even if the kids aren't involved, there's like a situation of like money or something tied up and like an agreement. And then, this person decides to change it a little for their own convenience. Or, I need more time. So like a lawyer buys more time. When they really don't. It's just them like stalling or squatting. But they don't give a crap that it's... Of course not. You see, somebody's playing dirty. Hands are getting dirty. It really feels... When people get hurt and people get scorned, it really brings... Oh, funny. What card is hovering over here? That's the Devil. And it's funny because I was just going to say, when people get scorned like this, they oftentimes want to make other people suffer for it. They go at it rather than, do what you need to do. Like they muddy their own energy to do this. This doesn't feel like a good situation over there. Let me see how they feel about you. What are their feelings towards you? Oh, they're very stressed, but it feels like they're dealing with it as best as they can. Let me see, like, what are their feelings towards you? Okay, the Page of Wands. Ooh, heartbreak. Yeah, so, okay. It's clear there's somebody with some baggage here. It kind of feels like right now it feels like there may be a lot of dumping on you emotionally. Or this could have been happening. There's the 6 of Wands. There's almost this energy of like, oh my God, like, thank God you're here. I don't know what I would do without you. 6 of Cups. You came at just the right time. Oh my God. 10 of Cups. I'm sorry, 10 of Pentacles. They're very emotional towards you, but what it feels like is it's more... There's a lot of drama in their situation. And... I'm not going to say like it's not genuine. It's more coming out, though, that you're a bit of a lifesaver to them right now. Your stability, what I want to say is just be careful with that. Let me see, like, you're coming out as like helping them more than you know. Let me see, though. Okay, the 3 of... You may be helping this person to, like, fix their life around, like, okay, like, to move on. Okay, do what you gotta do. I'm here. It feels like you kind of like this. There is an energy coming out. Okay, like, emotionally, it may not be moving as quickly. And that's actually okay. I think it's best for this particular person, to get their shit together, to get this situation resolved. It feels like they want to. They may be a little overwhelmed, but I do feel there are some things that they need to do on their own. You can support them, but don't I almost want to say, like, don't give more than you're prepared to lose, or that you're not going to get back, because this person doesn't feel like they're all there right now for you. Okay. Right now it's coming out more like maybe 70-30, where you're more giving the 70. Okay, or maybe 60-40. It's feeling more like, okay. Let me see, though, like, where does this relationship look like it's gonna go? Okay, Judgment. 3 of Cups. 8 of Swords. The Sun and the Empress. So there is an energy here. Oh, there's the Queen of Cups. The Empress. I almost want to say nothing is going to happen, maybe. Okay, or it won't really start moving until things settle down in their personal life with that bullshit that they're dealing with. This feels like a literal judgment, okay? A literal, either whether it's someone moving out or whatever. It more feels like that's their situation resolving. Then comes an energy, okay, so like until then you may be feeling a little like it's not going anywhere. Okay, or like it's at an energy like, okay, we're friendly with each other. There's a connection, but we're not moving together. We're not doing anything really together. We're not merging our lives. That feels like it's not going to happen until this person deals with this. I feel this Empress is an energy of you. And this more feels like, I'm going to say what I said in the beginning of the reading. Don't give in too much to whomever this is. Keep your standards high, no matter what they're going through. Okay? Be it divorce, be it this, be it that. Okay, but that you got to do it if you want a new relationship. Meaning, this feels like maybe it was something you would say to them, okay, but you got to do it. Otherwise, then we will remain friends. That's the kind of energy that I feel you need to maintain throughout this. There is potential for it to blossom into that, but what it feels like is, I don't want to say like you need to put the pressure on this person, be supportive, but it's more this energy of, oh, I'm not, doing this, and that, and, showing up here, this, that, and the other thing, without some form of commitment from you. Maintain that energy, and I think there's your victory. Wow, there's the Six of Wands. So, just like with a little patience, boy, it really looks like, wow, funny, there's the Ten of Pentacles. I almost was going to say, and that confirms it, a very stable situation, a relationship situation, will emerge in your life. And I think, but it's more because you're going to need to cultivate it with what you allow. Be it from this person or no, it feels like something's going to stabilize. Funny, I cut the deck. There's the Six of Cups. Which is, for me, that kind of soul love. Kind of a meaningful connection. And there I just saw 3737 on the timer. Some of you, either the proceedings are going to end in October. I was going to say November for some reason. But it felt like 37 plus 3 is 10. It feels like either they're going to start, or they're starting in October, or they're ending. Maybe there's a trial that's about to begin, or a hearing. It just feels like, maintain this energy, okay? But your person, there's that Three of Swords again. Your person is still very heartbroken. Okay, they have a lot of stress going on in their life. So they will need some support, but they also need to do what they have to do. Help them, but don't do it for them. The Nine of Pentacles is here. There's almost this energy of, again, like, I want to say it's like it's almost like attached but detached. And this more feels like with the drama in their situation. Keep it reciprocal. Help, but don't sacrifice yourself. Unless you're getting that kind of energy back. Yeah. See, now there's the Seven of Swords. See, this is like an energy of a lot of words and a lot of promises. I feel like I want to say, sometimes people say things when they're in like a desperate situation that they mean in the moment, but then when things stabilize out, or even when they're going through it, okay, they can't actually fulfill it. And I think there's a wisdom for you to know that. kind of like wait it out with this, or, you know, don't put all your eggs until the storm settles. All right. So Aries, that's what I feel kind of going into this for you this month, these next couple of months. For somebody out there, I do hope this resonated. I'm sending you so much love. And again, if you're interested in a private reading, you may email me down below. That information is in the description box. Have a beautiful, beautiful week, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye now.